Hey, it's your girl Yolanda over here at Forever Londa, and welcome to the channel. If you're new here, over here we do all things planning, lifestyle, DIY home decor, and sometimes we get in the kitchen and we do a little cooking. So today we're coming back at you again with another planner chat. So we're really going to talk about the benefits of planning. We're gonna just chat all things planning, and to actually kind of maybe give you some tips and cues to help you choose your planner for 2022 if you're into that thing. So stick around if you want to know more. So I have here a plethora of planners, as you can see. I've been planting. I've definitely been planting seeds, but I've been planning for a number of years, and just really looking and focusing on trying to find the planning method that works best for me. Now, I can say this beyond a shadow of a doubt is that when I plan, I'm definitely more productive, and not necessarily that every hour, minute of my day is planned, but that I actually have general knowledge of what I'm doing for that day. And so it helps me stay on task and it helps me get things done. So, as you're thinking about purchasing a planner or obtaining a planner or creating a planner, whatever the case may be, there are several questions that you have to ask yourself. And so one of those questions is, how will I use my planner? So determining how you'll use your planner is really will determine the type of planner you purchase, the size, the layout, the features that it have. So we're going to kind of dig deep into that. Now, if you're a newbie to planner, the one thing I want to encourage you to do is not to experience FOMO, not to experience the fear of missing out. Now, I fell into that trap where I felt like I had to have the latest stickers. I had to have the latest washi tape. I had to have the latest planner covers or whatever, all the pretty things and the things that were being shown to me on Instagram, in Facebook groups, as well as on YouTube. And it's just like you get into this habit, or you get into this thing where you really can't find planner peace, because you're always fearing that you're missing out on the latest thing. So as a newbie, what I encourage you to do is just to find something. You can find planners at Marshall's, at Ross, Home Goods, Target, Walmart. Find something simple, and once you find a planner, start to use it, and then jot down in your notes somewhere either why it works or why that planner doesn't work, so that when you go to purchase the next one, or you go to obtain the next planner, you can say, okay, I know that this size doesn't work for me because I'm a small person, or this size doesn't work for me because I need to be able to take things out and put things in, or this style doesn't work for me because I like my pages to stick. So really, to keep a list of things that you like or don't like. Now, the other thing too to ask yourself is, am I a paper planner? Am I a digital planner? Or am I both? Do I use some sort of hybrid? Now, me personally, I'm actually a hybrid planner. I do a lot of things on paper because there's something about pen to paper that reinforces it for me. However, I do rely upon digital planning to help me set reminders. I have an AI device that will remind me of upcoming appointments or meetings, or do some notifications or things. I also, of course, use calendar invites to remind me of things. So I am definitely a hybrid planner, and that's something that you should determine for yourself as well. Are you a paper planner, or you're a digital planner, or is hybrid? There are many paper planning options. There are also many digital planning options, and I'll be sure to include links to those digital planning options in the description box below, as well as some links to paper planners. So let's talk layout, right? Let's talk layout. So I have, as you can see, several different planners here, several different sizes here as well. And so I really want to start talking about layout. So I'll be taking the planners in and out as we're talking. So when you're talking layout, when you're talking about layout of your planners, the first thing to ask yourself is, what do I think will take up the most space in a planner that I use? And so as you start to ask yourself that question, I would just kind of jot down, just jot that down. What do I think will take up the most space in a planner that I use? So if you think that the type of thing that will take up the most space in your planner is going to be, say, notes, or reminders or things like that, that I would recommend that you get a horizontal planner. So here I have the big Happy Planner horizontal, and I'm just trying to see if I can find a page that's not decorated. So here's like a big horizontal. So this is really good, like if you're journaling, or maybe you do scripture writing. These are this is a great layout for that type of thing. Also, if you're a note taker, you can take notes in different things in your horizontal planner. And this is the big horizontal. And Happy Planner also has, and I'm going to pull it out, grab it. I think I have one. They also have the classic size of the horizontal. These are brand new. I actually got these. I love a bargain. I love a bargain. Maybe I should. I love a bargain. And so when Happy Planner ran their sale, I was able to pick these up for $10. If you're not a Disney person, you can always change the covers out, which is what I did to this big. And you can see the pages are fairly plain. But anyway, this is the classic size. So you can see the difference between the two sizes. And so maybe you don't need this much space, but this is really good. So this is what is the horizontal layout. And this is a good layout if you're the type of person where you're doing note taking or things of that nature. Now, if your planner, like what's going to occupy the most space is maybe something like goals or today's task. So maybe you're a person that you write down what your goals are for the day or your tasks are for the day. So for that type of planning, I recommend that you do dashboard. So the dashboard layout, this is a dashboard layout, and this is a Happy Planner Classic. So the dashboard layout is one of those things that is that you can use when you're tracking like the goals for the day, and you're also or maybe it's just task or different things for the day. So this is what the dashboard looks like, the dashboard layout. Another thing is there are several different ways you can, if you do get this layout, maybe there's a week that you don't need to use it like that. I'm going to be showing you several ways you can use this layout as well. So if you haven't turned on the notification bell for the channel, I would like to encourage you to do so. But this is the dashboard layout, and it's really good for tracking tasks for the day, or and also for goals that you may have either for the day or for the week. And it also, and this particular side over here comes in various layouts. When you get the dashboard, it can be set up like this, or it can be set up where it's larger. And always remember, washi tape and box stickers are your friend. It'll help you to reconfigure some of these layouts. Another layout that's really good, if goals and daily tasks are going to occupy a large portion of space in your planner, is the vertical layout. So here I have a Happy Planner vertical layout in big, and this is the big size, and I'm going to show you that now. And someone may be saying, Yolanda, what are you going to use all those planners for? And my answer is, I'll use them or give them away. But this is a vertical, so this is another way to then track what you have, what your goals are for a particular day, for the week, and you can jot notes and everything over there. This is also a good planner if you are a this is also a good planner to use if you do scripture study. So if you study various scriptures, what you can do is right here in this top portion, you can write out what the scripture is. And then in this middle portion, you can write out your thoughts about the scripture. And then in this bottom portion, you can write out what your prayer is to God about the scripture. But however, if you're one that really track goals or tasks in your planner, and that's what's going to occupy the most space in your planner, I recommend the vertical. And the vertical also comes in various layouts, and this is a vertical big or the dashboard layout, which we talked about before. Another layout for if you're tracking tasks is, this is called the lined vertical, and these are inserts by Cloth and Paper. And so you can actually get these in a spiral bound, as well as this comes in different sizes. This is the half letter size, and so you can get this also in a half letter disc bound, or you can get it in spiral. But this is the vertical lined layout excuse me, by Cloth and Paper. So this is also another layout that you can do if you are tracking goals or highlighting various tasks for days of the week that you would like to get done. If your planner, if what's going to occupy the most space in your planner is appointments and tasks for family or your career, then there are several layouts that'll also work for you. So for example, if that's your thing, then daily, like I actually utilize daily planners for me. And let me see if I can find so where you, as a day at a glance, and you have your appointment times to track here. You can also, some of the other days at daily, they have spaces to write top priorities or gratitude or things of that nature. So you also have here the daily. So this is a good place if you're the type of person or the type of planner, or what will occupy the most space in your planner is going to be appointments, then this is also a good planner for you. So this is day at a glance, where you have one day on a page. Another type of daily planner is where you can have the week at a glance. So you have a day, this is a day at a glance where all of your times tracked. And over here is week at a glance. So you're able to document like your top 3 priorities of the week, and then also list the times and different things that you have to get done today. So this is actually a spiral planner by Covered Life that you can get, and I'll make sure to click the link below. And it also has a space here to, document what your self-care is today, to do affirmations, to reflect on the week as well. So this is also a really good planner if appointments and tasks for family and is something that you need to track. So this is the week at a glance, that's a daily, and then you have a day at a glance, that's a daily. Another type of layout that'll work for you if you have to track appointments and everything is, let's go back to this, which is a vertical. Now remember, this is the Happy Planner Vertical Big. So you could also use this to track appointments and things. And how you use this would be, maybe this top is for you, maybe the middle is for your spouse, and maybe the bottom is for your children. And that's the way that you would track your appointments. Another thing that you could do is, maybe you're a 9-to-5er plus you're an entrepreneur plus you're a mom. So here at the top would be 9-to-5 tasks or appointments that you have to remember, and then the middle would be you tracking your appointments and things to remember for your business, and then the bottom would be things to remember or daily tasks or appointments for your child. So this is also a good layout if what occupies the most space in your planner is appointments and tasks for family and career. Another layout that's good for that is block scheduling. And so I have that here. It's like, yay, new planner. So I have that here. And block scheduling, this is a really good scheduling if you're a student or some. So how the block scheduling works is that what it does is it color codes it, so you can either separate the colors by subject, or you can separate by family members. So maybe this is mom, this is dad, this is child 1, child 2, child 3, child 4. So this is also a good layout if what occupies the most space in your planner is appointments and tasks for family, career, or you have multiple things to do. So the other layout, we're gonna go back to some of the other layouts that we've talked about. And another thing to remember is that if you're doing journal entries, so if you're doing journal entries, then I just want to go back and say that the horizontal layout is a good layout to do it, where you can use this for journaling. So if you're using a prompted journal where you're journaling every day, so you can use this layout for planners. So now we've talked about layout. So we've talked about the horizontal layout. That's that. We've talked about the color block layout. There's also a block scheduling layout that I don't have. We've talked about the vertical layout. We've talked about the dashboard layout. The daily layout, where it's a day at a glance. And we've also talked about the daily, but it's a week at a glance. And we've also talked about the vertical layout, vertical line layout. There are many, many, many other layouts that I didn't talk about, but those are just some of the most common. And so just remember to think of those things as you're trying to decide which planner to get. Okay, so we've talked about layouts. Now let's talk about style. So there are several different styles of planners that you can get. So I'm going to talk about the 4 different styles. I'll try to put up on the screen the other styles. So here is what we call disc bound. We also have spiral. There's also ring bound, and there's also a bound, like as in a book, that planner style. So you may be saying, okay, I don't know which style will better suit me. So let's talk style. We're having a planner chat, so let's talk style. So the first thing I want to talk about is disc bound or ring bounds, which I'll put on the screen. So the good thing about ring bounds and disc bound is that with the disc bound, it's fully customizable. So maybe I want to add a page here, or I'll take out a page, so I can easily take that out. I can move it around and say put it here if I wanted to. And it's just as easy as that to customize it. Or maybe I wanted to add a section on budgets. I can do that here. I can just take things in and out, move things around. That's the beautiful part of disc bound. You can do the same thing with ring bounds. Most ring bounds will either have a mechanism at the top and the bottom that opens up the rings, and it also can close the ring. So those are the good things about having a disc bound and a ring bound planner, is you can change it up. If this doesn't work for you, like you're saying, oh, this layout doesn't work for me, I need something different, it's very, very easy to change it up. So that's one of the benefits of having a disc bound or ring bound planner. I think that's where it goes. Now, the other style of planner is a spiral bound. So a spiral bound is good, and it comes, of course, spiral bound planners come in a plethora of sizes as well. Now, one of the things about a spiral bound is that maybe you don't want your pages to come in and out as you know, like a disc bound would. Maybe you're set. This is something that's good for you. You know what you want. You know what works for you. And so a spiral bound is that planner for you, because you don't have to worry about losing your pages and stuff. The other good thing about having a spiral bound is this. You can make it concise. So even if your planner is a big planner and it takes up a lot of space, you can always open it up or close it up or fold it up so that it's not taking up as much space on your desk or wherever the case may be. So this is the beauty of having a spiral bound planner. A disc bound planner can also do that. Typically a ring bound planner, you can't fold it over on itself. Now the other planner style that I don't have available, and I'll make sure to show some pictures of it here, is a bound planner. So think of like a paperback book. And one of the benefits of a bound planner, and I'm going to use a bound notebook that I have. So this is like a bound notebook, and so you can see that it's bound. The benefits of having a planner like this is you like the idea of having those pages not being lost, pages sticking together. And this is good if you're one of those people that keep your planner and those things forever, like you never throw those things away. Or if you're a memory keeper, like if you're I know people that practice memory keeping and they use planners for that. A bound planner is a really, really good planner to use for that, because then it becomes a keepsake. It becomes something that you can keep for a very, very long time. And so that would be the benefit of having a bound planner, is something that it now becomes a keepsake and it's a book of sorts. Now, one of the disadvantages of having a bound planner is that you can't turn it on itself. So like the ring planner, it's very hard. You can do this, but I wouldn't recommend it, because then it just causes the binding to stretch and it may loosen up the pages. So remember, when we're talking style, you have bound, you have spiral, you have disc, and then there's ring, which I don't have present. So think about how you use your planner, what's going to be in it, what fits your style most, and that is what you use to then determine the planner that you're going to pick up. So, okay, now let's talk size. So you may be trying to figure out what size works the best for you. Now, there's just like there are many different layouts and there are many different styles, there's also many different sizes of planners. Now, when I first started planning, I started out with the classic. And the classic was just like, it did what it needed to do, but I felt like I needed something bigger. I needed more. And so what I then did was the next year I actually switched to the big, and I this is a big that I customized. I took Happy Planner insides and some other insides, and I purchased extendable disc. And that's the beautiful part of having a disc bound planner, is that you can extend it. And so because I just had so much that I was tracking, so much I was keeping, and I was keeping everything in one planner, I switched to the big. And then I was like, you know what, this was just too much to take to and from. This was also became too big. So this is when I switched to the half letter. So now I've been married to the half letter for about a year and a half. Love it. It's just big enough, but it's also just small enough that I can carry and take with me. And so I have this customized half letter planner that I created that I carry around. So this is the half letter, and half letter is like half the size of the big. And so I find that with the half letter, this is something that works for me. Now, this size may not work for everyone, and so they actually have what they call what they call the mini. And so the mini is actually a little bit smaller than this classic size that Happy Planner makes. Happy Planner also makes the skinny, and the skinny is literally half this. So it's like half this size. So it's like it's almost like a size of a wallet, like a zip wallet that you can carry. I know a lot of people that use the skinny, and they use it to put cash envelopes in to kind of help them with tracking their spending and their savings. So the skinny is actually a good planner size to use if that's something that you want to do. There's also the skinny mini. So you have the mini, which is about this size, and then it's half of that. And then there's also a A5 planner. So this is kind of the size of an A5 here, and usually A5s will come either spiral or they'll come ring. So how you use your planner will determine the size that you need. I take my planner with me everywhere. And so initially when I switched to this, I was like, oh, I just need the space. And so what happened with me is that I was like, I went to the big because I needed the space. But then the big became too cumbersome to carry around everywhere. However, now that I'm working from home, this is actually really good. This is something that if you don't need to take it with you, or maybe, did you know you could use 2 planners? Or 3 or 4 or however many that you need to use. I digress. However, this is a really good planner to keep on a desktop, or to keep in the kitchen on the counter to track everybody's appointments. It's big enough to kind of document all of that, or it's also big enough to do your journaling, because you know you may have lots of thoughts that you want to put down. So a big works great in those instances, or you can always carry it, put it in your bag and carry it with you if you're a tote bag person. The classic is probably one of the most popular sizes because it's smaller than the big, but bigger than the mini or the half letter. So you can get a lot more room to write, especially if you're someone with big handwriting. And then, of course, a half letter or the mini or the skinny mini. If you're the type of person that likes to take your planner everywhere, those size planners are more portable. They fit in most purses that you may have, or a pocket or something. That's something that you can have. Now, going back to the fact when I say, did you know, when I asked the question, did you know you can have multiple planners? So don't be afraid to keep multiple planners. Also, don't be afraid to keep everything in one planner. So what we have to do is really to find a happy medium. You know, what works for me may not work for you, and what works for someone else may not work for you, and what works for you may not work for me. And so the art of planning is to do whatever makes you happy. Do whatever floats your boat. So if you like stickers, don't let anyone tell you can't use stickers in your planner. If you like minimal planning and no stickers, don't let anyone tell you that you have to put stickers in your planner. If you like planners with cutesy covers or Disney or whatever the case may be, use it. Do whatever makes you happy, because when you do what makes you happy and you do what works for you, then what'll end up happening is that you'll utilize your planner more. And so that's really what it's all about. You really want to use the planner more to become as productive as you can. Now, I practice Franken planning, but I also use two types of planners. So I have like my idea keeper, and then I have my tracker for my daily planning and everything. And then I also use my big for other things that I'm using. So again, this is your girl Yolanda over here at Forever Londa, and we had another planner chat today. Let me know in the comment box below if you like these chats and when we talk things planning. If you have a question regarding how to select a planner, what planner works best for you, you can either let me know in the chat, or you can book a consultation. I'm still doing complimentary consultations until the end of the year, and then after the end of the year, they will be done at a small price. So get your consultations and go ahead and schedule them so that we can talk all things planning. Now, if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscription bell. I was previously looking to do 200. Now I have a new goal, and that new goal is 500. And so help me get to 500 subscribers. I truly appreciate all that you all do for this channel. Go ahead and share this. If you think this video will help someone, go ahead and share it out to your friends and family. Also, don't forget to thumbs up this video if you like this conversation. If you like these planner chats, let me know. When I review the videos and I'm looking at the analytics, this is kind of helps me determine what types of videos the audience that watch these videos, what type of videos they like, and so I will tend to produce more of them. So if this is something that you like or you want to talk more about, let me know by giving this video a thumbs up. And don't forget that you're here with your girl Yolanda at Forever Londa, and over here we do all things planning, lifestyle, DIY home decor. Sometimes we get in the kitchen and we do a little cooking. So thank you all so much for watching, and we hope to see you again soon. Bye bye now. See you later.